Hola, bonjour, lehalma, and welcome back to Creative Cooking. My name is Nicole Braxton, and I will be your tour guide as we travel the world one bite at a time. Today, I have the pleasure of traveling to two awesome places. We'll be going to the Middle East as well as Asia. On the menu, we'll be making grilled keftas, kefta dressing, and hot and sour soup. Before we go a little bit further, I would love to introduce my friend Alex. He can show us how he makes his keftas. Alex, come on out.
Hey, Nicole.
Good to see you. Welcome.
It's nice to be back.
All right, so for our grilled keftas, some of the ingredients include 6 Beyond Burgers, 1 onion quartered, 3 to 4 fresh parsley sprigs, 2 to 3 fresh cilantro sprigs, 1 to 2 fresh mint sprigs, a half teaspoon of ground cumin, a half teaspoon of pumpkin spice, 1 teaspoon of paprika, and Himalayan salt to taste. All right, so Alex, now you know I love traveling and food is one of my favorite things. When I go to different countries, I really am interested in the food, the people, and the culture. So I'm curious to figure out, Alex, how do you make your keftas?
Okay, I'm really excited to tell you.
All right.
You really have to have a good base for your keftas.
Okay.
So I would like to use the Beyond Burger. The Beyond Burger has got a very good texture. It's very colorful.
Nice.
And it sticks together the best that I know of from other veggie meats.
Okay.
So first off.
So what do you do with it's the Beyond Burger?
Well, you take your Beyond Burger and you put it into your food processor.
All righty. So I'll take the top off.
So we'll go ahead and pour that in.
Nice. Okay, there it is. Wow, the smell of it. It smells good on its own. I really like the different flavors that come out. So it's Beyond Burgers, you said. That's really
Beyond
good?
Burgers, yeah.
Okay, all right.
So go ahead and give that a whirl. And while we're doing that, as she puts that going,
Okay.
I'm going to quarter. Well, let's do that first.
All right. Okay, tell us, what are you doing?
So now you're gonna take your onion, your favorite kind of onion. I like red onions. Red onions are my favorite, but white onions do just well too. And you go ahead and take your cups, and we're gonna quarter the onion. So we'll take off one top, take off the bottom, take that off. Go ahead and cut it in half. And then we'll take the skin off of this one. Just peel that right off.
Okay.
Take the other one, peel that one right off.
So do you think onion has a really good taste with food? Or?
Oh yes, I think it's a key ingredient.
Okay.
Onion has this way of providing a substance, it gives the need to a dish, like especially a sandwich, it gives that kind of kick to it. I really like onions.
Very nice. Okay, so how do you cut it?
So you cut it, we're just cutting it in quarters.
Okay.
So in half one more time.
Awesome.
And in half one more time.
Great.
So we'll go ahead and leave these here. We'll take our already done
Okay, let me give it one more swirl. All right, so I'll take this out.
Go ahead and throw this back on the plate.
Okay, I will take a spoon really quick and get this out. Okay.
So it's all gonna be all pureed, all, mushy and gooey.
Wow.
That's why you can have it.
Changed its texture a lot. You could almost use this as a sandwich bread or something.
Yeah, you can actually turn them into burgers. It's really cool.
Wow. Okay.
So we're gonna go ahead and get that all out. We'll then throw our onions. Our onions into the same processor.
Okay.
Also, we're gonna put in some paprika, some pumpkin spice, as well as some cumin.
All right.
So let's go ahead and toss those ingredients into our thing.
Okay.
Again, half a teaspoon of paprika.
Alrighty.
Half teaspoon of pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice. So does it make it sweet and
Yeah, it gives
savory?
it a kind of a Thanksgiving-y flavor.
Oh, wow.
Personally, in my taste.
Okay, so it has like a holiday flavor.
A holiday flavor, yeah. And then
sweet
a little bit of
flavor.
cumin. It kind of gives this strong, pungent flavor.
Nice.
So go ahead and pour that in there. And then you can season to the salt to your flavor, what you enjoy. So I'm going to take a little bit of salt and just a pinch of salt for me.
And I think you also said from the recipe, also if you like, you could use a little bit of Himalayan salt, which is really nice. So Himalayan salt is great if you like to use that as well. You can put that in there.
So we'll go ahead and put that back on.
Alrighty.
Thank you, Nicole. Also, we need to get in our fresh herbs. our parsley and cilantro.
Oh, nice.
So I believe it's 3 to 4 things of parsley.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and hand that to you. And
Thank
go ahead
you.
and toss those in.
Alrighty.
And I think it was 2 to 3 cilantro. So
Alrighty.
there we go.
Okay. Okay, so it's a lot of fresh herbs. I like this. You know, one of the things that I've found is when using fresh herbs, it really helps to replace using additional salt and things like that. I really like the flavor that fresh herbs put into each dish.
I agree.
I like that, Al. So, so what do I do now? Do I put this on?
Yeah, go ahead and put it on.
Okay. All right.
Go ahead and blend it up.
Okay. Wow, look at that. That's incredible. It's all coming together.
So you can already see the colors starting to become one with each other. The red, the pink, it's all just kind of becoming one beautiful color. So when
Wow.
that's all been diced up really well, it's all been kind of finished off, we then add our Beyond Burger.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and throw our Beyond Burger in.
I just want to look at this. Look at the colors. This is amazing. I like the purple coming out. I have the fresh herbs and the green. Wow. Okay. Cool. So we put yeah, I love the color of that. It's so pretty. Yep. Okay. So
Okay.
now you're going to put the Beyond Burger inside?
So Beyond Burger's going in.
Okay. Awesome. It smells so fresh. I love it.
Especially with all the
Okay.
herbs and the onions. So
I love that. It's a good explosion. Okay, cool. So we'll put should I put the top back on?
Yep.
All right. Let me put it this way. Okay. Now just turn it on.
So once it's all blended together, it'll have a very colorful, very beautiful mixture.
Okay. Wow. This is amazing. Okay.
That's good.
Wow.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and pull it out.
Okay.
So right after you're done with that, you will take you'll put it, all of it, look at it. It's really pretty.
So pretty. I love this. You can see all the different colors coming together. From my angle, it has a lot of different spices coming out, and it really, you can tell it's like a nice spread. Okay.
So you'll notice when you pull it out, can I have your spoon?
Of course you can. One moment. Okay.
So we'll go ahead and pull it out.
Great.
You'll notice as we pull it out that it's kind of flimsy. It's really not the best for like shaping at this point. And that's because it needs to go into the fridge. It has to go in the fridge for about 2 hours.
2 hours. Okay.
2 hours. I like to let mine sit overnight.
Okay.
It's really it kind of gives it the best flavor. All the seasonings can come together and really merge into one.
So what you're saying is basically after you let it sit for 2 hours or overnight, it becomes a firmer texture. It's better for combining and shaping. Awesome.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's what we needed to be able to do for the next part of it.
All
So
right.
we'll go ahead and throw that into the fridge.
Okay.
And we had a pre-made one that's already sat overnight coming out of the fridge, and we'll explain how to do after that.
All right.
So I'll go ahead and get some oil into our pan.
Okay.
So we have oil in our pan. So now we have our dough but our food that's stayed overnight.
Absolutely. Okay.
It's very, very easy for shaping now. As you can see, we'll pull some out.
Wow.
It's hardened up.
Very thick.
Show it up there.
Very thick.
It's really hard. It's really nice for shaping. I like to put them into like little cylinders. So we'll make them into little cylinders.
Cylinders. Okay.
Turn the heat on. And you go ahead, and when it gets to heat, we'll just place them on. So let's see here. We'll let that heat up. So again, you can make them in any shape you want to. I like to put them into a little circle shape.
Okay.
You can make them into little football shapes. You can make them into little triangles. You can flatten it out and make them into actual burgers again. It's entirely up to you. But again, I enjoy the little cylinder shape. So I'm going to go ahead and toss it on here. It's going to start to sizzle. Now something also cool about the Beyond Burger is that it has its own kind of oil in it. So it actually helps cook itself. It's really
okay.
impressive.
Interesting. Okay.
So
Nice. So it heats so the pot and then it cooks in there. Very nice. I kind of made mine into a hamburger. I really like this.
that works too. So that's the basis of it. So once it starts
Okay.
to cooking, that's it.
And then you just grill on each side. So I noticed that you like to put skewers in yours. So do you cook it with the skewers from side to side, or?
No, I prefer to cook it without the skewers first.
Okay.
Because if you do it with the skewers, you can't turn it as well. It's going to stick to the pot. It's going to burn your skewer too, because the edges of your pot get really hot. So if you're doing that, it will burn your skewer for one thing, and secondly, it's just kind of clumsy in your pan. It's really hard to work with. So I throw it in before I put the skewer in.
Okay. And one thing I've also found when cooking, especially since it has its own different oils, also you can do it with water as well. It's healthier. So, oil or water might be a good, suggestion based on what you're interested in. So I hear the sizzling. Okay.
You can already see from this little picture here, it's already starting to pick up its steam here.
Nice.
So go ahead. You want to grab the other ones?
Absolutely.
I'll toss them in here too.
Okay. Thank you. I cannot wait to try this. I'm so excited. Awesome. Okay. Put that in there. I want to try something different. It's creative cooking after all, right?
Creative cooking.
All right.
So you're going to let each one of these cook for about 2 to 3 minutes, depending on your heat. And it will get into this nice kind of brown color. So you want to try it out? It's all yours.
Yeah, I like to. This sounds like fun. Oh, wow. Look at that. It has like a nice caramelized look on each side. I like that. Okay.
Something you might want to try also, if you do the burgers, you could put it in a grill. You could grill it. Bring your friends over and have them smoke it in the grill. You could do a whole sorts of things. Like you can see she has hamburgers in there too. And you can make a hamburger. You can make
a vegan hamburger.
A vegan hamburger. It's also gluten-free, remember.
Gluten-free, non-GMO. Wow, okay. So this is amazing. I just want you at home to see it. The smell is amazing. Sweet from the pumpkin. You also have the freshness from the herbs, and it's very flavorful. Me personally, I love flavorful food. And when it comes to having plant-based meals, when your food is flavorful, it really shows you that you can eat healthy and also delicious meals at the same time. And you don't miss it. So you don't miss, all the other things that are not necessarily healthy if you have flavorful plant-based food. So if you just take a look at this, I would love for you to see what I'm looking at. So if you see this, right here, it's grilled on the sides. Here, I'll show you. Wow, here we go. You can see the grill on each side, okay? And remember, you can cook this in water. All right. This smells amazing, Alex. Thank you for sharing this recipe. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I enjoy eating it. A couple of friends of mine, we like to make our own barbecue sauce and throw them on there.
Oh, wow.
Speaking of which, I think you have a sauce that you want to work on.
Yes, I do have a sauce. So, Alex, I want to thank you again so much for helping, and thank you for showing me this recipe.
And I'll see you around, Nicole.
All right, take care. For the next recipe, we'll be making kefta dressing, and the ingredients include 3 tablespoons of chopped fresh mint, and 7 tablespoons of plain vegan yogurt. I will tell you, this kefta recipe is amazing. The smell is just too much for me. I'm super excited to try this. Okay, but first let's go to our kefta dressing. So we'll be taking some yogurt, vegan yogurt, and we'll put it into a processor. Put some of that in there. You can put it into a processor or a blender, okay? And also we'll put some fresh mint in there. It really helps to liven the sauce. Okay. So, wow, the smell is amazing. It's just like having a really nice pack of gum. It's amazing smell. Okay, so we're gonna put this in to our blender or processor. And I will let you know, if you want to be a little creative at home, which I really encourage, you can add other different spices in. If you want to put a little bit of pumpkin spice from the Keftas in there, you're welcome to. So let's say if you decide to do that, you can put that in there. And if you want to put some salt to taste, you can do that as well. So we'll go ahead and make our dressing. Okay. Nice. All right. So I'm gonna take this out and smell it. Wow, that is amazing, amazing, amazing. The smell is fresh. Let me, this, wow, okay. There we go. I really like this, okay. So I'll pour it back into its original casing here so you can see it. All right. It has a really nice color to it. If you look right there, you can see the different, the fresh mint, you've got the yogurt, you can put a little pumpkin spice in there, it's right there, and it's really great to accompany your keftas. So let's take a try. All right, so you can take your skewers and put it inside of your kefta, like so, just like this. Okay, yeah, I'm really excited, okay. And then you can, if you're eating alone, you can double dip, but you can just take your kefta and dip it into your sauce. Okay. Oh my goodness, this is so delicious. It's the fresh herbs are really jumping out at you, and then the sauce, it really accents the kefta. This is really good. So that is our second recipe. We have our kefta dressing. Now for our last recipe, as I finish this, we'll be having hot and sour soup. The ingredients include 4 to 6 dried shiitake mushrooms soaked, 8 ounces of package of fresh firm tofu, 1/3 cup of sliced bamboo shoots, 2½ cups of water, a ½ tablespoon of chili garlic sauce, 2 teaspoons of chicken style seasoning, and 2 tablespoons of lemon. Cup of soy curls, 1 tablespoon of amino brags, 1 teaspoon of cornstarch, salt to taste, and 1/4 teaspoon of lime zest. All right, now let's get started on our hot and sour soup. So to start us off, I'm going to take some water and I'll pour it into the pan. Okay, and we're gonna let that boil. And I will add as well chicken style seasoning. So I'll take the chicken style seasoning and I'll just pour it in. This flavors the soup. Okay. And there it is. All right. So while that is cooking, I also am going to cube some tofu. So get some firm tofu. You also can get some organic kind. All right, so I'm just going to cut down 4 sections going down, 1 in the middle. Okay, now I'll just continue to cube it. All righty, so now our tofu is ready. Next, but not least, we're going to add soy curls. It's good to soak your soy curls before putting it into the soup so it's all ready to go, or you could just put it in straight. It will also become tender after a while. So soy curls are dehydrated, but you hydrate it with water by soaking it. So you'll put that in. And if you don't want to use a meat substitute, you don't have to as well. Here's some bamboo shoots that you can put in there as well. Okay. Alrighty. Now we can also add mushrooms. These are dried shiitake mushrooms, and all you do is you soak it in water for about 30 minutes and then you'll have a tenderized mushroom. So it looks just like this, and you can get this at your local Asian store. So now we'll take out our mushrooms. I've been letting mine soak, and you can do the same at home. Just put that in. This definitely reminds me of Asia. beautiful, beautiful country. Continent, actually. There we go. So now we have the shiitake mushrooms in the soup. Now it's all boiling. Next, we will add the tofu. Now this is a distinct soup. It's very authentic, and with the soup you can also add different flavors to make it your own if you would like a different taste. Now we will add our amino brags. So we'll just pour this in. Okay. And then we will put some, if you want a little bit of kick to it, you can add some chili garlic. So I'll pour that in there as well. So we'll just stir it around. Wow, and just let the flavor simmer. You can definitely tell that it's hot. If you look closely, you can see the hot peppers. Woo, it is a bit hot. You can see the hot red peppers just shining through the soup. Okay, now you're gonna let that cook for a little bit. Wow, the smell is amazing. It's like fresh, but it also has the savory from the aminos, and then you have the smell from the mushrooms. This is a very unique soup, and it is an acquired taste. I will let you know that it's an acquired taste, but I'm excited to try it. So next, we're going to add, as this is cooking for a period of time, then you will take a lime or a lemon, and you will add the juice of that. You'll squeeze some over. And then also you can, if you want, you could also have pre-made lemon juice and you can just put that in there. And now, as it's boiling, all of the flavors are combining. You can also taste your soup in between and see if it's to your liking. I'll try a little in here. Okay, wow, that is spicy for sure. This will wake you up, that's for sure. Okay, that's a hot and sour soup for sure. Okay, and so then we'll put a little bit, if you want to put a little more seasonings, I just put a little sprinkle of chicken style seasoning in there, just a little bit more. That's good for me. And remember to just change the menu or change the ingredients a little bit if you like to add different flavors, but this is a really good recipe for me. So for the lime, we will add some zest now. Okay, and you want to make sure you get the outer layer, and when it starts getting to the white part, it becomes a little bit more bitter, so just keep getting the outer layer, putting that over it. It's really fresh. I like, yeah, that's great. Okay. You can add a little bit more zest to it. It brings out the different flavors in this soup, which I like it. It accents it in a really great way. Okay. So now all of the flavors are combining. You know, when traveling, I've found, especially in Asia, it's just amazing to see how all the different people connect with each other and what brings people together. One common denominator I have found is food. And that's why I really enjoy making plant-based food, because it brings us together in a healthy way, and we can also try different cuisine from different countries. And that's why at Around the World in 7 Days, I like to cook plant-based international infused cuisine, and right now we're also getting into more workshops and things like that, but I really enjoy international food, so it's such a pleasure to make this soup with you. Wow, that smells really, really good. So when you make it at home, be sure to bring your friends together. I really find that making different recipes and sharing recipes with each other can unite people on a common interest. At the end of the day, we all have to eat. Why not have delicious food and plant-based food? Because ultimately, what we eat can directly impact the way that we think, the way that we feel, the way that we make decisions. You know, have you ever been at home and you were, eating something really delicious and it maybe had lots of butter and all these different ingredients in it, and you became tired? That's not normal or natural at all. And I've been there before, and I realized that the more that I eat plant-based food or lighter food, the better I feel, and the better I'm able to accomplish the different tasks that I have for the day, the more energy I have, which is completely critical, especially when you want to do great things and have fun, enjoy, and do what you're meant to do and what you're called to do. So it's great to have and start incorporating more plant-based foods in the diet. At the end of the day, this is a health journey. It's not a sprint. It doesn't mean that you need to just drop everything. You can if you want to, but it doesn't mean you need to drop everything right away, but start incorporating these things into your diet. So having more plant-based, some leafy greens, take it step by step. Just make sure you're stepping in the right direction. So it's really great today to be cooking with you. And let's take a look at all the things we made today. So we made our hot and sour soup, which is delicious. It has a different sour and sweet zest from the lime and the lemon. And when you try it, it definitely is something that will wake you up. That is for sure. Our next dish, we have the keftas. They're filled with fresh herbs and spices, and I really like that Alex used something new to me, which is beyond burgers. They have a good texture to them and they hold well. So it's key when you make these to let it sit overnight so it's able to better manage the different molding that you put around it, and you can put a skewer in there as well and dip it in our last recipe of the day, which is our kefta dressing. Right here, if you take a look, we have the base designed for you in the recipe, which is filled with vegan yogurt and mince, and you can put your own different spices in as well. So after making all these delicious meals, I hope you go to your friends and family and bring them together on some of these meals and just enjoy each other's company, share stories, embrace the time. I want to thank you so much for tuning in and watching this amazing creative cooking program. Now, I would like to share with you one text that I love so dearly. Beloved, I pray that you may prosper in all things and be in health just as your soul prospers. Be sure to tune in next time around the world at Creative Cooking.